Welcome to the Warriors Holiday Classic matchup today, consolation game against the Foxborough Warriors and O'Brien High School. We'll take a break for one moment while we listen to the national anthem. So today, as I mentioned, match up against the O'Brien High School team versus Foxborough Warriors. Both teams played yesterday. O'Brien played Medfield High School, had about a 20-point loss in that game, and Foxborough fought hard but didn't quite overcome the Dedham Marauders yesterday. So looks like Coach Neely's going with the same starting lineup to begin, Tom.
Yes, it'll be the same starting lineup today. He'll start Jimmy Morse, the senior captain at center, and two juniors, Nick Koropakis and Jeff McPherson, with two sophomores, Alex Bassetti and Josh Patkin.
He did a good job mixing in several players yesterday, and I think there were lots of contributors in the game, so we'll see how often he switches in some fresh legs today.
Yesterday's game was very exciting. Unfortunately, Foxborough fell short as they got into the fourth quarter, but it had a playoff atmosphere to it, too. And, of course, Division III playoffs are on the line today for Foxborough, so very important game today.
It's a huge game, It's win or go home today.
That's correct.
So they got to bring their A game. This O'Brien team loves to run. They love to shoot, very athletic.
They're out of the Boston City League. We don't know them that well, but they look like a team that can score.
They definitely put the ball up a lot. They just didn't seem to work together as a team that well. It was more individual, so we'll see what happens in today's game. Up, threw one up. Oh, can't quite hold it. Morse trying to hang on. Jump ball called. Arrow's going Foxborough's way, so McPherson will inbound to Passetti. Going to pick him up before half court. Oh, now they're going to back off. Passetti calling out the play. Gets it quickly to Patkin. Drives around. Up to Koropakis. Over to McPherson. Out on the corner. Looking for someone coming. Trying to get it back. Oh, Blue used the foot, so they're going to call a kickball, which is kind of nice. With a used foot, we get a new shot clock. Down to about 8 on that, so it's kind of a...
Yeah, new shot clock for Foxborough with Josh Patkin will inbound here.
Not much pressure on the inbound. Passetti comes up, being defended by number 3, Woods. Over to Patkin. Oh, right up to
Good
McPherson. Pass. Oh, shot is up. And
nice shot by Alex Bassetti. That's good for 3.
Nice start. Foxborough's first one on the board. Definitely breaks the ice there, Tom. Okay. Over to number 14, Brown. Gets it back to number 5, Cherry. Inside to DeCopain.
Good effort by Jimmy Morse.
Up. 14 going to be called on the foul and down low.
Like to see good effort on the rebounding, and that's what Morse did on that play.
Yeah, yesterday O'Brien got lots of second chances, so we definitely need to be active on the boards. Okay, not quite sure what that little tete-a-tete with the referees were, probably to watch some kind of play action. Some kind of illegal substitutions going on. I think they tried to sub somebody, took him out and subbed him back in before any time came off the clock, and you really can't do that. He's got to stay in at least till the next substitution opportunity.
Okay, well, they got that straight now. Foxborough will inbound now.
They had to fight to get that one in.
O'Brien pressing.
Little slow on the shot clock. They took another second off after the whistle. Putting in a strong press. Nice pop out.
Alex trying to beat double team. He gets fouled.
Excellent. I thought he should go right at him. They're not so disciplined that they get there quick enough.
I agree with that. I thought they were a little lax on the defensive end, what I saw yesterday.
They look like they want Passetti to take it in because they feel that they can work against that.
Good catch by Jimmy. Good pass to McPherson.
Way to get it up.
Oh.
A little bit of a slap going up, but number 3 is going to bring it up quickly. That's Woods. Seemed to run point for most of the game.
He is a point guard, yes.
Deco Payne down low, really looking for the ball. Yeah, he wanted it a while ago.
Nothing but net in that shot. Nice shot there.
He made it work. Got to see the floor. Okay, I would drive right at it. Up fake by Korpakis. Oh, Jimmy
Good
did a
effort
nice
by
job
Jimmy
on the
Morris
boards.
on that one, and here's McPherson scoring.
Nice job, nice second effort there.
It's always good to see those offensive rebounds, and Foxborough got one right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Got to watch the back door here. They're looking to sneak back down low. Get it inside. Jimmy works hard. Oh, they get right by him. 2 for number 20, Jared Butler. McPherson's bringing it up. Overthrows to Korpakis. The effort was good. He was trying to get a little bit ahead of the defender. And
good competitive game so far. Both teams look intense out there.
You can sense the tenseness from the Foxborough crew. I mean, this is...
Well, a lot on the line, as you know.
Elevates over.
Ooh, that was a good shot.
2 points by number 11, Gabriel Vieira. They're trapping Passetti in the edge there. Got to come to the ball. Oh, nice decision by Patkin.
And a good drive to the basket.
Korpakis looked afraid of the hit right there. He needed to go up a little stronger.
Well, he did manage to draw the foul, and that's what you want. Here you see Nick taking it, and definitely some body action there. First one good.
First one in by Korpakis. He was a little quiet yesterday, so looks like
Foxborough's leading scorer on the season, and he makes both.
That's what I mean. They're ready to fall for Nick today. Alex Brown to inbound the ball to Kayshawn Woods. Woods bringing it up, going to be met by Korpakis. Foxborough in their typical 1-3-1 defense. 13, Ortiz bringing it around. Gets it up top, looking to drive. Nobody on the boards for that one.
Good deflection. Couldn't quite get it. Shot clock running down to 9.
Yeah, 9. And then Passetti, not much to do there. Got about a foot on him.
That's off of Korpakis on that play. O'Brien with a new clock as they have 28 seconds now.
Yeah. Okay, and Vieira will inbound it. Back up to Woods. Picks up by 24.
And he lost it. Trying to drive, one off his leg. They're still in a press. Making Foxborough work it up court.
Get it up to McPherson, nice and strong.
He breaks
and
that nicely.
A lot of hand checks coming in there. Into the corner for Korpakis, drives around. Oh,
nice pass. Oh, he missed it, but he falls it and scores.
Beautiful
Very
decision
good.
to dish that off.
Excellent pass. And you got to credit Morse for not giving up on that as he scored on the second effort.
Definitely followed that. Bringing it around, looking over.
Nice block.
Nice block.
Excellent.
Korapakis brings it down cleanly, quickly up to Patkin. Drives into traffic.
Trying to spin move.
They doubled up Patkin pretty quickly, though, too.
And he moved his feet on that. Call for traveling.
Yeah.
Nick DiTullio comes in the game as Jimmy Morse goes out.
Nick did a nice job down low yesterday. Came in strong on the rebounds and put some points on the board, so get some fresh legs in there.
And he's playing down low as he starts here.
Giving up a lot of size in that low post position right now.
Yeah, they're going a little small.
And
there's
he
a traveling
travels. Whoa. He continues to do that, number 24, and they'll tee Deco Payne right up.
Yeah, turnovers are mounting already for O'Brien here.
Well, you can't just chuck the ball away like that. That's kind of like slamming the ball.
It's a home run pass. Looked like he was all over him.
Yeah, it looked a little...
But Foxborough will keep it. Passetti inbounds.
Okay. Gets it up to Korapakis.
Rimmed out.
Rims it out. Nice effort by DiTullio down low. Not giving him an easy rebound.
Got to get
Woods
back.
is running, looking to drive. Travel.
That looked like steps, and it was.
Absolutely.
Hop, skip, and a jump to the hoop.
Took it from the top of the key there. And
Alex trying to break a press there. And he does.
nice job drawing both defenders.
He's doing a very
in,
good
though.
job with this press.
Oh, and DiTullio sets it up.
A little bit long. Nice rebound by Korapakis.
Up.
A very good sign, Foxborough hitting the offensive boards.
Yeah, they're doing a good job, and they're very
They've
active.
had several already. As you see it here, there's Nick battling two defenders there. Good job.
Josh really looking for a shot in there. Korapakis puts it up and in.
And he hits it. Well, it looks like we're going to get a better game from Korapakis today.
There we go.
And that's what Foxborough
Right now,
needs.
Foxborough's taking a 12-6 lead. About 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Coming around, out to the outside. Offensive. Nice defense in there by Passetti.
Passetti stood his ground, draws a foul. And the turnovers are mounting already in this early first period by O'Brien. Not a good sign for them.
And that's Cherry's second foul. I haven't paid attention to all of them, but McPherson going to take it. Block. That was definitely a block by number 3. Oh, I would have kept driving if I was Nick Korapakis.
Patkin almost had it. And we got a foul underneath.
I think so. Deco Payne definitely had position in there on that rebound.
McPherson called on the foul. That's his first.
It's the first by Foxborough at all with 2 minutes to go.
Okay, we have Drew McGeary, a sophomore, in the game for Nick Korapakis.
Drew did a nice job playing defense yesterday.
And we may have another foul here as well.
Yeah, that's 2 quick ones on Jeff, I think.
I think you're right, Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2 quick ones, and he may have to go to the
That's
bench.
going to get him a quick vacation, I think.
Hasn't made a move yet.
Up top to Cherry, over to Woods, back to Cherry, into the corner, looking to drive. Offensive.
Offensive, wow.
And I think that's at
He
least
may
2.
have caught a break on that. It looked like, we're going to get a look at it here. I thought McPherson may have fallen back. No, he definitely took the charge. I was wrong. Good play by Jeff
Now,
McPherson.
did they call? I see all this.
And
Oh, it's 1-1. Oh, it is a technical
foul, and Josh Patkin is going to shoot the free throws.
So that's Deco Payne's third, if you count that tech, too. A little deep. Josh had a great first half in yesterday's game, and they quickly started doubling him in the second half.
Yesterday's leading scorer with 17 points.
He made the adjustment, but a little too much.
Well, Foxborough keeps the ball anyway.
Yeah, hit it deep, hit it short.
And Josh is going to take out right in front of us.
Okay, they're going to back off a little bit here. We'll be shooting for the rest of this first half now. I'd like to see Passetti go right at some of these big guys.
There's a three on the way,
from
and he's got it.
Downtown on that one for Josh Patkin.
That's his specialty, and he hits another one today. Josh had 5 3-pointers in yesterday's game.
Up. Get it up top to number 13, Ortiz. Okay, back up top to Woods. Butler setting a pick. Get it back over to the outside. Vieira puts up a three.
Very nice shot by Vieira.
He answers. Passetti looking for someone to inbound there, but nobody home.
It's a 6-point Foxborough lead. And they're back in their press.
Nice job. Breaking the press again.
Nice pass to the big boy.
Oh!
And he draws a foul. Well, that's what you want. Good high percentage shots.
Yeah.
And if you don't get them, then you go to the foul line.
Jimmy's going to have 2 shots here.
And it looks like Kevin Neal is coming into the ballgame.
Jimmy's setting up the play. Nice job. He scores the first one. I think the captain there, Jim Morse, especially wants this game so we can continue into the postseason. A little deep on that one. Okay, Vieira pushing the ball up quickly.
We're under a minute to go in the first quarter.
Vieira on the outside. Oh, nice
good pass down low. But they harass him.
Jump ball, jump ball.
I believe Drew McGarry got a hand on that.
Jimmy Morse thought he would have had a foul, was lining up. I love it, called for the jump. He did, he shook his head. Yeah, that was me.
Kevin Neal in the game for Jimmy Morse. 16 seconds on the shot clock for O'Brien.
Nice long arms on DeTulio in there, so.
Came up short, but a good offensive putback by number 14.
Brown.
That's Alex Brown. That was a good job there. Said he
nice
being the
break.
press.
Quickly up to DeTulio. Oh, into
nice
McGarry.
Pass.
Goes over the top.
Just didn't score it, but a good-looking pass on that one.
Absolutely. Rebounded again by O'Brien. Woods bringing it up. McGarry defending. Cross-court pass to Ortiz. Back to Woods. Okay. Double pick there. I don't know if they're communicating out there. A little short. Patkin with the rebound.
And there's a lead pass to McGarry.
McGarry.
Oh, good defensive play by number 11, Vieira. All ball on that one.
Here it comes.
You see McGarry on the breakaway, but Vieira, he really get up for that one. Well done.
He tried to avoid that.
All right, we have 4.1 left in the quarter as they inbound. Get it off in time. Didn't make it, but he did get it off.
O'Brien came back a little bit there at the end of the first quarter. 16-11 Foxborough.
Well, it was a good quarter, though. We saw 3 3-pointers for Foxborough in the quarter as well. And,
absolutely.
So they certainly had one of their better offensive quarters.
And scoring spread out. I like that. And
a good positive start to this point.
Eight total fouls on O'Brien, so the entire second quarter.
That can also help you, right, as you go into the second quarter and finish out the half.
It may force them to play a little bit more conservatively. And if not, I'd go straight to the hoop.
That's exactly what you want to do when the team is in foul trouble. You want to go to the hoop, and that way you can score points that way.
Absolutely. I hope some of you folks are enjoying this broadcast at home. It's coming at you live from the Foxborough Gym. Normally we tape these, but this holiday tournament is the first live sporting that we've done on the basketball season here. And I want to thank the volunteers at Foxborough Cable Access. Director Mike Everson, Frank McDowell, Judy Briggs, Scott McDaniels, Ray McKenna. On cameras over there, we have Brendan Kelly, and Chris Kelly is here as well. And my partner today is Tom DiTullio, Janet Passetti, and hope you enjoy the game.
Yeah, it's a hoop fan's dream today as we have 4 games being shown on Cable 8.
Absolutely. DiTullio going to inbound here. Gets it into Passetti. They're definitely backing off half court here, for O'Brien. Gets it right over to Koropakis. Brings it around. Oh, nice lay down.
Pass. Excellent pass, and the score by Kevin Neal.
K. Smooth finishes it off.
K. Smooth.
Nice job by Kevin Neal. DiTullio right on the defense. Cross court to Woods. Back up top to number 1, Demosthene. Outside shot by number 11, Vieira. I believe it was a 3. Okay, quickly gets it into Koropakis. Over to Passetti. They're looking to trap him in the edge. Gets it. Nice clean break.
Very good job on that one as they break the press.
Kevin Neal fields their long pass. Passetti going to call it out. Only about 10 seconds left on the shot clock here. Brings it around. Back out to Kevin. Going to be a little left.
Gary battling underneath. Couldn't quite get there on that rebound.
Yeah, it was a little deep.
They got to get back on
this. He
had
good position. Short on the rebound. Another rebound. Long arms on that number 20, Butler.
Not boxing out on rebounding there.
Yeah, Woods got it up top. Not that, oh.
Koropakis pulls that one down.
Nice long reach. Oh.
That's exactly what you want to do. Take
right
it to the hoop,
it.
and he drew the foul. Passetti will shoot too.
Here we go. He definitely bodied him up the whole way and then bumped him going up. So he'll line up his first of 2. Oh, definitely got a roll there.
Nice roll on that one. Here's a drive by Alex as he takes it to the hoop. That's what you want your point guard to do, is break down the defense.
Well, the rest of them backed off because he has been passing it out to the wings. So it opened up that lane.
And he gets both free throws. 2 for 2. Foxborough with a 6-point lead.
Oh, and a pass
and they throw
to
it
no
away.
one.
He's looking for somebody underneath. I'm not sure who.
I think Vieira thought Butler would go up and get that one. But didn't communicate with
That's
that
a
one
mistake
too well.
there. They continue to press.
Oh, nice,
McGarry
nice
gets
presence
it back.
of mind from
Now they
McGarry to
tie
hold
it up.
on.
And O'Brien's going to get the possession here.
Yep. Okay, so number 13, Ortiz will inbound. Most likely pop it right into Woods. Yep. Going to drive. Gets it to the outside. Number 15, Ogbavon.
And that was a smart play by
Ricardo Ortiz.
Ortiz. He slapped it out of bounds off of Josh Patkin.
I'd like to see Foxborough get a little bit more active on the boards there.
Yeah, they're having a bit of a problem here.
Oh, that was a nice
Good
reach
running
over
hook.
by Ogbavon.
And a timeout called by Foxborough.
Went right over the defense there. And with this
All right, the
timeout
call. Foxborough with a 4-point lead. But as you said, the last couple of minutes there, they were having problems with their defensive rebounding.
Absolutely. Giving them too many opportunities up there. They're doing pretty good on the offensive boards, but we can't give O'Brien that many opportunities. They like to put it up.
Right, well, you don't want to see a team get second and third chances. That's what they were doing in those last couple of possessions.
Absolutely.
So Coach Neely talking to the troops, see what he can come up with to get them back on track. But to this point, they've been doing very well. It's gone pretty well for them.
And the crowd's trickling in here. It's a tough time of day, 3 o'clock on a Tuesday. So many people are at work. Kids are on vacation this week, and a lot of them have other things going on. So,
well, because some of them could be at home watching.
Absolutely.
Which is a rare thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I know my mom was watching at home part of it yesterday.
I saw the opening game with Medfield and O'Brien before I got here.
DiTullio gets it in. Nice break there. I like how
good pass of Patkin. Came up a little bit
block.
short.
Little block there. And O'Brien's running. He has help.
And a good break and a nice pass for a layup for O'Brien on that.
Looks like they like to run here. And they put
it
down
a nice
to
fast break
a
on
2-point.
That. Oh, there's a steal.
McGarry trying hard. Gets in there, gets the ball. Get it to Passetti. Reach in, over to Kevin. Gets
Good
it up
pass
to
underneath.
Kouropakis.
Kouropakis gets belted, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, by
I like the way
three of them
Foxborough
closed
is
in.
passing the ball. They're finding the open man.
Absolutely.
And here you see it here. There's Nick calling for the ball. And boy, did he take it. What a beating.
Absolutely. Made his first two, so. Brian Ellard, number 23, coming into the game at point. Another sophomore.
Brian Ellard brings a lot of energy into the game. Kouropakis' second shot is good.
Brian also sees the floor very well, too.
It's a 3-point Foxborough lead.
Okay. And Foxborough in a 2-3 zone here. And
And a
Ellard
rebound.
quickly comes away with it. Looking to set it up. Gets it over to Kouropakis.
Nick very aggressive, and that goes down.
Goes in. Nice soft touch there.
Nick is attacking the hoop today. Getting
Woods
off
has
to
it
a
up
very
top.
good offensive start.
Over to Ortiz, back to Woods. Going to drive, back out to the corner. Number 15, Ogbavon. A little deep.
Rebound for Brian Ellard.
Got the last two rebounds. Oh, nice drive and dish.
That was from downtown. Came up
Nice
with a shot.
idea, though. He pulled the defense in, left a clean shot for Kevin.
And I guess we're going to get a foul.
I think it's on the floor, though. Yep. It's going to be a
Brian Ellard
spot throw in.
call for the foul there.
Gonna
Jimmy
send-
Morris and Nick DiTullio end of the game for McGeary and Neal.
Did a nice job out there, getting a little bit more size down here. Gets it over to Butler, up top to Woods. Over to Ortiz. Ortiz looking it out. Back to the corner, number 14, Brown. Ortiz. Oh, goes around the defense.
And a rebound for Josh Packer.
Nice job. I like the push. Oh, nice
There's your
one.
three. Didn't get this time.
Little
They're
deep.
off to the
little
races.
deep.
Oh, trying to split two
Offensive.
defenders, and it's an offensive foul.
Somebody got hurt, though.
Let's see.
Slow.
Yeah, Nick Kouropakis, but he seems to be all right. Little wobbly.
And that,
Here you are. Yeah, he's trying to split two defenders, and an obvious offensive foul in that play.
yeah. Quickly get it up.
Good break here. Nice penetration. A little hard in the shot.
Oh,
Kouropakis
and
with it,
comes
and he
away.
gets fouled. And that's exactly what I like to see in this game, and what we've seen is they've got a number of offensive rebounds.
Absolutely.
And second opportunities really help you.
And I like that they're attacking the hoop, too, not just settling for the outside shots, but
There's the
mixing it
first
up.
one good by Nick. He already has 4 free throws made today. Gets one.
Foxborough's getting up there pretty quickly. Over to Ortiz. Oh, goes right over. And offensive.
Another offensive foul. Jimmy Moore's taking it this time.
Ogbavon, he was going no matter what, and he had the position.
That's got to be at least 5 offensive fouls called against O'Brien in this game.
Absolutely. I've been marking some of them down here, but I don't have all of them. That's for sure. Cross court to
They break that
Patkin.
press again very nicely.
Up top.
And he moved his pivot foot in that.
Yeah. And what it is, they're putting the ball down, but that foot comes up before it hits the floor. And
Well, you have to know that you're going to take the ball right away. If you're indecisive, that's what causes the feet don't follow along too well. Got to have control of the
number
puppies.
1, Demosthene. Over to Ortiz. Cross court to 15.
And DiTullio's got that.
Moves
Nice
quickly.
lead pass for Ellard. And he draws a foul. Excellent passing by Foxborough so far. Nice lead pass
nice
to Brian
decision.
Ellard.
Brian was just ahead enough, and let's go. And not the best decision on them.
Well, they're getting beat down the court on some of these plays. Certainly they were on that one.
Brian's doing a great job. Brought a lot of energy as he came into the game today. Got several rebounds.
That one rimmed off. The last game I saw Brian Elliott at the free throw line, he seems to have developed a very nice touch at the free throw line.
Yep.
Even though he missed that one. He spent most of the season at JV, and as did Drew McGarry, but they've come into the game at the late stages here, and they've contributed. There's a free throw for Bryant.
About 3 minutes to go here in the half. 25-18, Foxborough. And
a timeout on the floor.
I think the thing they've got to talk over there is how are they going to approach their defense with, I mean, it says 10 fouls, but they stopped counting there. They've got to have about a dozen fouls right now.
Right. When a team has 10 or more, that's 2 shots every time you take it to the basket and draw a foul. So you want to go down low as much as you can at this stage, I think, and hopefully that's what Foxborough will do here.
Absolutely. With 3 minutes to go, you've got to just attack. You've got to go right at them. You've got to take advantage of that double bonus situation right now, especially considering Foxborough's only got 3. So there's absolutely nobody in foul trouble there. Jeff's got 2.
Right. Because we're not keeping track of O'Brien's fouls. It could be something.
No, I've got a couple of them over here. Deco Payne's got 3.
Well, he already has 3.
Woods,
so.
Cherry, Brown all have 2, and Ogbaven.
It's a little bit spread out, but that's a lot of fouls, and they're not even at halftime.
Absolutely. So Demosthene bringing the ball up. Get it over to Ortiz. Back over. Over to Ortiz. Over to Vieira. Cross court. Ortiz has it. Taking it in. Drops it to the outside. Oh, nice shot there by number 11, Vieira.
Beautiful shot.
Okay, little miscommunication on who's pulling it in there. Over to Allard. Allard should go right by him. Go right by him.
Kind of back off here.
Yeah, he will.
And there's a foul, reach-in foul. That's really not an intelligent foul there.
And Vieira, I could hear the coach yelling at him, no fouls. So,
yeah, because they're in the double bonus, and
so
to foul out there where
you're not with no time.
You're not in a position to score. It's a wasted foul. It just puts Foxborough at the line.
Yep. First one by Allard is good. We have 2 shots here since they're in the double bonus. Lines it up. A little deep on that one.
1 and 2 for Brian.
Coach Neely.
And he's on. And it's a backcourt violation. And that was caused by Brian Elliott with his aggressiveness at midcourt.
Came right up on him. I also think that Demosthene it's usually Woods, but he's on the bench with a couple of fouls. Elliott going to be met by Ortiz here. Moore setting a nice pick. They get it in. Oh, nice run.
And the basket.
2 more.
Foxborough's doing a very good job finding the open man. That was just another example of it right there, as Koropakis was in excellent position down low. He's got a chance to make a 3-point play.
He's hungry today. He's got...
Yeah, he showed up today, and that's good.
Absolutely. Makes a nice 3-point play.
He's already in double figures.
Demosthene bringing the ball up, being met by Ellard. Get it over to Ortiz. Back over. Nowhere to go. Moore shut down the lane there. Ortiz bringing it around. Gets it over. Deco Payne.
And now we got a foul underneath. Looks like Nick DiTullio was fouled. He'll be shooting.
And Ogbavan has 3 fouls now, too.
Yeah, the fouls are mounting for O'Brien.
Absolutely.
They're not even at halftime.
Absolutely.
And
that's where some of the discipline comes in. That you got to be in the right position and know where to be. Yeah. Very athletic.
Right, you have to have discipline, and they've been a little bit short on that right now.
Beautiful shot by DiTullio. Line up his second one here.
We have 8 Foxborough players in the scoring column already.
And that's a good thing to see.
It is. Yesterday there were only 5.
Beautiful. Nice job by Nick DiTullio. Being met right up there. Get it over to number 15.
Good hustle by Nick Koropakis. Here we
Go right at it. Attack, Nick.
That's how to attack. And he draws a foul. Or did he? Is it offensive?
Yeah.
It is. Okay. Well, he had the right idea.
Absolutely. Attack. They're going to get it into Cherry to bring it up this time. Gets it up top to number 15, Ogbavan, playing with 3 fouls.
Good
Nice
pass.
soft touch in by number 20.
Good pass there. Found him in a good spot.
Butler.
We're a little indecisive on who's inbounding this ball, I guess.
And they barely get it in with the 5 count. That's happened a couple times out there.
Yeah, packing in a double team.
Got out of it.
Got out of it. Good job, yeah.
Over to DiTullio. Over to Patkin.
I think that was deflected. You could hear that one. And traveling called against O'Brien. Just another turnover against
Foxborough
O'Brien.
Will get the ball. I saw this yesterday. I see they start to argue with each other, the O'Brien players.
Wide open.
Oh, and
how to follow your shot. Very good.
Love it.
And we got pushing off against Jimmy Morse. Well, they had a couple of chances in that possession.
Yeah.
Couldn't cash in. That's all right.
But nice shots. Nice clean shots. So keep putting them up and they'll stop falling down.
We're under a minute to go in the first half.
Cherry bringing it up. Over to Ogbavan. Quickly met by Allard. Back out to Ogbavan.
Boy, Brian Ellis just all over the place.
And I can't believe it.
And they lost it.
They almost had it and just couldn't grab on.
Number 5, Cherry, trying to get the handle on that, and he just couldn't do it.
About an 8-second differential here between the shot clock.
We got Alex Bassetti back in the game. In fact, we got 2 potential point guards in the game right now with Elliott and Bassetti.
Oh, nice job.
Back and open. There it is.
I like it. Nice, crisp, clean passing there. They moved the ball beautifully on that offensive possession. Oh, Passetti almost gets it. Up top to Ortiz. They're looking. They got about 8 seconds here in the half. Looking to attack.
Came up short, but I think Morse is called for a foul.
It's going to put him at the line for 2, but...
Well, I don't mind that because you don't want them to have an easy basket down low. So that was a good foul.
Yeah, it wasn't a reach-in way out here where they weren't even going to get a shot, so...
Make him earn it at the line. 3 seconds left.
This is Jared Butler at the line. Makes the first one. Kevin Neal going to come in for Jimmy Morse. You don't want Jimmy to pick up a...
additional foul.
With 3 seconds to go in the half.
Right.
Oliver O'Brien back out of the key with 3 seconds to go. They don't want a shot off. Allard going to heave it.
Whoa, that was close.
Hits the rim. That was not a bad shot.
That was close.
So with the first half under our belts here, Foxborough has a 10-point lead, 34-24, and a good first half of basketball, Tom.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that they could at least get into the 50s today because I felt that O'Brien could score, and we're at 34 points, so they're more than on pace. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm sure Coach Neely has to be satisfied as well as they go into the intermission.
Excellent. So come back in a few minutes and watch the second half. It should be exciting. Second half of the Winter Classic here for Foxborough Warriors in the O'Brien High School consolation game here on a beautiful Tuesday coming at you live from the Foxborough gym.
And O'Brien's a little late coming out of the gym.
I was thinking the same thing. They're going to be starting pretty quick here, and they're just coming back out.
All right, well, we'll quickly just recap the first half of Foxborough offensively. Nick Koropakis with 12 points leading the Warriors. Josh Patkin at 6. Alex Passetti with 5. Jimmy Morse had 3. And then we had 2 points apiece from McPherson, DeTulio, Ellard, and Neal. In a very good first half, Foxborough in the lead, 34-24, a 10-point lead for the Warriors.
Absolutely, and spread is sort of the scoring spread out for the O'Brien team, but the big news over there is they had 17 fouls in the first half.
Right, and we think that Foxborough only had 5, so a big differential there.
Yeah, the most they had was 6, but O'Brien was never in the bonus, so... and I think Morse and McPherson have 2 each, but there's 3 players for O'Brien that already are coming into the second half with 3 fouls.
All right, Foxborough begins with their starting 5 on the floor.
Jimmy Morse did a nice job going with that deflected ball there. Passetti looking to drive, pops it out to Koropakis. Little short, little short.
Nice offensive putback by Jimmy Morse, the captain.
Beautiful job. Jimmy's been quick on the boards today.
Yeah, Foxborough doing a very good job in the offensive boards in this game.
Okay, they get it over to Vieira. Vieira, their top scorer for the half.
And he throws it away. It's going to be backcourt and out of bounds.
Nicely. We'll get it in our front court. McPherson going to inbound to Passetti. Going to set up their play. Looking to trap. Nice job. Patkin attacking.
How to take it to the hoop, Josh. And a follow by Jimmy Morse again. Very good.
Here's the impact of those 17 fouls.
And a quick timeout for O'Brien.
Absolutely. They stopped. Patkin did a nice job stopping and popping, and he didn't even put his arms up.
Here we see Josh Patkin driving baseline, and Jimmy, excellent offensive rebound and putback by him. O'Brien, they looked a little slow coming out of the locker room, and their heads don't seem to be in it as they started the second half.
Yeah, and Josh went right up against Gabriel Vieira. He's one of the players on O'Brien with 3 fouls, so you can see he stood like a soldier, and that's going to work to our advantage in this half.
Things are going very well for the Foxborough Warriors right now. You just hope it continues. You still get a lot of time in the game, however, so you got to keep your edge, you got to keep your intensity. You got to remember what's on the line, and that's a Division III playoff spot. Absolutely,
because we've seen a couple of games this year, Tom, where they've had a strong first half and haven't been able to maintain it for the whole game. So they need to continue to work together, communicate out there, and move the ball. I've liked the ball movement here as well, which you can see that with some of the scoring spread out, that it's not just...
Yeah, they've been doing a very good job finding the open man.
Wood's going to bring it up.
Good pressure defense there.
Up. Passetti going to be called for that one. A block, I believe. Yeah.
And that's the first on Alex.
But I like how they're attacking it here.
Well, you got a 14-point lead. You want to make them work for it.
Ortiz. Over to Vieira. Back to Ortiz. Takes a step in. Back rims it, but follows his shot. Passetti has it. Looking for the open man.
Good up fake. And Foxborough will keep it.
One of the referees came right in. I couldn't quite see what happened there.
Is the shot clock right? I don't think it is.
He's looking to put 22 on here. I see this referee.
That's what it is. They must have hit the button.
Yeah, motion in 22. Yeah, no reset with the out of bounds there.
No.
Good call. Moving it quickly over.
Patkin for 3.
And
another
nice
offensive board. Good effort by Jimmy Morse.
And we'll keep the ball. Almost a full shot clock on this inbound. About 27 seconds. Quickly gets it into Koropakis. Back up top to Passetti. Over to McPherson. Gets it quickly in to the outside. Koropakis puts one up. Little short. Woods coming at it strong.
Good ball movement on that. Good ball movement.
Over to Vieira. Over to Woods. Back to Vieira. Popping it up.
from downtown.
Oh,
Josh clears it out.
all alone for that rebound. Okay. Passetti, they're going to rush him. Dish it off to Patkin.
He's looking for somebody low. Couldn't find him.
Tapped out of bounds by number 24, Deco Payne.
Okay, we got 17 seconds on the shot clock for Foxborough.
Plenty of time. Into Jimmy quickly. Oh,
Wide
beautiful.
open for the easy bunny. That's
Nice
how to find
vision.
him.
Nice vision. They were doubling Alex, which left Kouropakis wide open.
Doesn't get any easier than that.
No. Look at the double pick in here so that you can't see where we're going. Didn't get him far, though. Up top to Ortiz. Okay. Over to Vieira, over to Woods.
And that's a kick.
Kick ball. We'll get a reset, unfortunately. It's
Yeah,
down to
they
9
used
on
a
the
lot
shot
of time.
clock.
It was down to 9. Now they get the whole 30.
That's all right. Keep up this strong. We're in the 2-3 right now, so. Oh, Jimmy trying hard in there.
And McPherson comes away with it.
Passetti setting it up.
That's how to break it down. Open shot.
Drive and drop. Oh,
He skied
nice
for that rebound.
nice rebound by Deco Payne. Woods driving quick. Gets it up.
Oh, Jeff went forward. Couldn't get it. Anyway,
Oh, and that's going to
we
be
got a
2
foul.
on Passetti.
Basket's good.
He picked up 2 quick ones in this quarter.
And that rolls off good.
Oh, nice
by
rebound.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Morse.
got right up
He
there.
is really hitting the boards today.
Okay. Passetti bringing it around, driving inside, loses the handle.
And this is a breakaway attempt here.
Deco Payne running hard. Smart not to follow that right there. They've already got you beat.
McPherson
McPherson.
finds the open man. Morse cashes
Nice.
in.
Unselfish
well done.
play there.
Well done.
McPherson could have kept driving, but gave it to him. And
Jimmy
nicely
Morse having
done.
a very strong third quarter here.
Over to Woods, up top to Vieira. Oh. Okay, Patkin working
battling
hard.
nice. And McPherson got it on the deflection.
You want to give Josh half credit for that one since he worked so hard.
Yeah, he did. He worked hard on that.
Puts up shot on the run. Rebounded by McPherson. A little
Another
too
good
strong.
offensive rebound. Kouropakis battling, couldn't get the handle on it.
Woods coming away, running hard, running hard. Oh, a little travel
Might
there.
have been a little travel, right?
Absolutely a travel.
They didn't get that. But the basket is good.
Well,
for
they're not going to
O'Brien.
give it with a spread like that and all the fouls that they've called. They're probably trying to.
It's a 12-point Foxborough lead.
Patkin nicely comes up top for it. Little short, little short.
Front rimmed it. Well, they are
McPherson
getting
running
some
hard.
breakaways here. Foxborough very fortunate on that one.
Okay.
As O'Brien had a breakaway and they didn't cash in. It rolled off the rim. Okay, we got 3 replacements coming in. Tulio, Neal, Ellett all coming in.
And Brown coming into the game for O'Brien.
All right, so here's Brian Ellett.
McPherson gets it in.
Got a foul against number 24.
24, not a smart move. He's going to be
No.
teed up. That'll make it his 3rd foul.
And Coach Neely deciding who's going to go to the line, I believe. I guess it's going to be Nick DeTulio shooting. Yeah,
He was kind of throwing up his hands, looked like in frustration right after that inbound. I think he couldn't let go of that.
I didn't see him, but he must have been shoving somebody.
I think it started when he didn't like the call that it was Foxborough's ball. He thought it went out on White. And then when we inbounded cleanly, he was still talking about it.
Nick makes both free throws. He's a perfect 4 for 4 in the game so far.
Nick has a nice shot, whether from the line or from the field. So okay, we're going to match up here. Ortiz going to come watch the inbound.
Nick DiTullio will inbound, and we'll probably try to get it to Brian Eller.
Okay, going to give him a spot for the throw-in.
Right in front of us. Nice catch by Ellett on that.
A little pressure put on that inbound. It's kind of tight around here.
Kevin K smooth on the move.
Up. He's calling a block and the offensive at the same time. He gave the offensive and the block, so I was really confused.
You don't see that too often. Kevin probably a little too much jumping around on that cut to the basket.
Oh, I think originally they called it out as 2-3, which is Brian. A little bit different than 2-5.
Foxborough's in a zone right now, 2-3 zone it appears.
Over to Woods, over to Ortiz.
They're packing it in.
Ortiz. He hit 3 in the first half.
That's a nice shot.
And there's another.
They like to take the 3.
That's his fourth 3 of the day. So.
Foxborough by 11 as Ella brings it across.
Ogbavon, another one that's got 3 fouls
Brian
on
working
him.
hard on that.
Kevin Neal looking to come inside. Pops it back out to McPherson. Driving hard. Goes around the defense. Rims it out. 3 blue shirts in there, though, on the rebound. White back quickly.
It was a good shot. Just didn't go.
Ogbavon looking to come back in. Slow down here. Back out to Vieira. Wouldn't leave him open.
Wow. That's 2 consecutive threes by O'Brien. And
they've closed it to an 8-point
Coach
game.
Neely has called a timeout.
He's hit, I believe that's his 5th three-pointer of the night. I would not leave him out there.
Well, they seem to pack it in defensively, and that just invites a three-point shot. So
absolutely.
I'm not sure that you want to do that. I think I'd want to extend it, make them go down low instead, which they don't seem to want to do.
Right. Vieira also has 3 fouls on him, too, so
and
he's going to back off.
And when a team is trailing as O'Brien is, they're probably looking for the three-pointer to cut that lead.
Yeah, a lot more quickly. And if you're staying out there, you're not inviting as much contact, so you have less chance of getting called for the foul.
That's right. Well, Foxborough will inbound the ball here.
Kevin Neal to inbound. Number 15, shadowing Brian Ellard. Ogbavon. Brian going to go right
Good
by
job
him.
by Ellard there to break that.
Quickly over to McPherson, looking to drive in, popping it back out to Ellard. Over to Neal. Puts up a 3-point. A little short, following his shot, though. Nice effort by Kevin Neal.
That was a good effort to follow his own shot.
Absolutely. First one on the ball, just a little bit out of bounds.
Jimmy Morris is back in along with Alex Passetti.
Drew McGarry back on the floor as well. Wood bringing it up. Foxborough in a 2-3 zone. Over to Vieira. Pushed out of the lane by number 14. Back outside to Woods. Inside.
Deflected.
Brown picks it up. Over to Woods. Back outside. Ogbavon.
Nothing but air ball there, and it goes out of bounds. Foxborough will take
Nice defense. Nowhere for them to go.
Very good defensive pressure there.
Cora Parker's going to come back in for Drew McGarry. Going to put a little pressure on the backcourt here. Passetti by Ogbavon. Up, hands on.
A little bumping on that, yeah, without a doubt.
Got to call that. You've got to call it. A little late on that whistle.
I'd say call it about 5 seconds too late.
Because once the hand on, he almost stiff-armed him out there right there, which is impeding his progress to the basket. That's sort of the definition of that hand check.
Well, once Alex showed that he was almost ready to fall down, he finally blew the whistle on that.
And I think that's the 4th one on Ogbavon.
Close on that coverage,
Short.
And it's going to go out of bounds. Yeah, I got about 1:16 to go in the quarter.
Pace has slowed down a little bit this third quarter here. I'd like to see Foxborough put their foot on the gas a little bit here.
Nice steal by Cora Parkis, and he ties it.
All right. Nicely done. Nice quick hands.
And the possession arrow is O'Brien, is that correct? I think so, yeah. Well, good effort by Nick.
It's going to be O'Brien's inbound here. So then Foxborough should have the arrow for the next one. Ortiz inbounds to Woods. Defended outside. Okay, he's going to attack.
And
that's 3 on Passetti, I believe.
No, it's McPherson. That's his third.
Okay, it's 3 on Jeff, yeah.
So we didn't win either way on that one.
No. No. Okay. Over to Ortiz. Puts one up deep. Oh, nice rebound.
Nice hustle by Nick Koropakis there. And a foul.
I think that's his 5th.
Is it?
I think that might be 5. It's at least 4.
Well, we'll find out in a second. Plus, that was not a very smart foul. The play was over.
I see Coach McGuire up there. I think that was on.
You can see it here. The play's basically over, and he fouls him after he had the possession of the ball. Just
all right, I had that
not
as
a smart foul.
Apparently
it's his 4th.
Yeah.
Passetti, a nice drive there, although he came up a bit short.
Working hard for the rebound.
Good effort by Koropakis. Second effort is good.
I like it.
Beautiful.
I like it. That determination.
We've seen a lot of that today from Foxborough.
Nice
And
job.
they lose it out of bounds.
Jimmy took the lane away from him, forced him to change, and stepped out.
There's Koropakis battling. That was on the second effort.
He just ripped it out of his hand.
After they missed the first shot on that play.
Just ripped it out of his hand.
Foxborough's had a number of putbacks in this game.
Nice job going over the pick by Ogbavan.
Good effort by Alex to keep that ball. He's under pressure, looking for somebody.
Gets it over to McPherson. Nice job breaking that up. Nope, they're going to double Jimmy.
Good move by Jimmy Morse. Excellent post-up move there.
Give him 2 points.
And that will not count.
No shot. Vieira tried to get off yet another one. And
end of the third quarter.
12-point
Foxborough
game.
with a... Okay, there's the bounce pass into Morse. Good turn, the hook, and nothing but net. Nothing but nylon.
What I really liked is the intensity on Jimmy's face there. He was, give me the ball, I'm putting it in.
Well, the senior captain had himself a very good quarter as he scored 8 points in the third quarter. And that was most of the Foxborough points. So he has certainly done a good job in the second half to keep his team going.
He brought his game today, absolutely.
They have a 12-point lead as we head into the fourth quarter.
And I hope I'm not speaking prematurely here, Tom, but you were looking for hope. You were hoping that they would get 50 points of offense today. And with 48 3/4, I think we might get there.
Yes, I think we will. So now we may as well look for 60 and possibly 70.
You know, I'm okay.
Why not?
What I like is that they've kept their game. I mean, O'Brien tried to go on a little run there. They were putting some shots in. And Foxborough needs to continue to move the ball quickly, concentrate on defense, and play smart basketball here. No stupid fouls. Play their game.
Well, to this point, I definitely feel that Foxborough has been the smarter team on the court today.
They've executed well.
I think O'Brien's made a number of mistakes.
So
we're waiting to get the fourth quarter underway.
Yeah. They're probably giving them an update on where people are on fouls so that they can have sort of some heads up going in here.
Okay, and the team foul situation is 4-2, so right now not much of a factor there.
Absolutely. Ogbavan going to defend the inbound pass here.
We have Passetti, Morse, McPherson,
Okay,
Patkin, and Koropakis on the floor. That's the starting 5.
They're looking. Woods holding there. Gets it into Koropakis. Nice high pass. Over to Patkin, driving.
And he's called for travel.
Couldn't see in the traffic down there.
We couldn't see it from here, but it looked like he gets sandwiched.
So good defense by O'Brien on that one then. Okay, over to number 20, Butler. Up top to Woods.
And McPherson got a hand on that.
I like him trying to get in those passing lanes.
Foxborough wants to keep up the intensity and put this game away.
Absolutely. Ortiz going to inbound. Gets it over to Woods. They run their offense through there. Butler trying to set a pick here. Roll into the basket. Cross court to Ogbavan. Puts it up. A little deep. Morse on the board.
Let's get the rebound.
Passetti driving it. Ogbervon looking to defend. Pops it out to McPherson. Okay. Jimmy did a nice job coming over for the ball. Oh!
Oh, nice second effort there. They just didn't get it. Korpakis.
Yeah.
And traveling the call against O'Brien.
Brown not happy with that one.
So the Warriors get another opportunity here.
I actually think he had a little help taking those steps. But that's okay. Oh, wow.
And that's a nice, easy play.
Textbook on that one. Korpakis doing a nice job making that run. Brown up top. Oh. Cross court over to Ogbervon. Over to Brown. Back to Ogbervon. Inside. Oh, Morse gets a hand on it.
And they get the steal.
Nice defense. Passetti looking to drive. Dishes it off.
Nobody home on that play.
No, I think he thought Packin was going to come back for it. Brown gets it over to Ortiz. Looking to set that up top. Over to Ogbervon. Back to Ortiz. Takes a deep one. Oh,
nice
puts it in.
There.
Timeout.
Timeout by O'Brien, I believe.
That was a nice, easy shot by Ortiz. Brought him within 11. Got about 6.5 minutes here, and I want to do another shout-out to Foxborough Cable Access, who's making this live basketball streaming into your home possible. Our director today, Mike Everson. There they are in their truck. A whole studio on wheels out there. It's amazing all the equipment they have and the expertise that they bring with them. We have Frank McDowell, who's come out from the camera since we're a little light on help today. There he is. He's been announcing some of our games this week, too. And Scott McDaniels is back in the truck. Ray McKenna in the roving camera across from us. Up top, Chris Kelly, jack of all trades today. Chris. And Brendan Kelly's on our other camera down low here. And there he is. Brendan has stepped in several times this year, too. He's doing a nice job on those cameras.
He's been a real journeyman.
Yep. Ray across court there. I see ya. And my partner today is Tom DiTullio. I'm Janet Passetti, and we'll get the game underway here.
Take care.
Foxborough breaks the press nicely.
Over to Morse. Go up strong, Jim.
He's a little indecisive. Nice rebound by DiTullio, but he gets stripped.
A little too deep underneath.
And a steal.
Nice save
Good
by
effort.
Passetti. Used every inch he's got there.
We have a technical foul call?
Oh, the assistant coach said something because he sat down awfully quickly. I don't think it was the gentleman standing. Someone behind him because he sat awful quick. Said something that they did not like.
And Nick Korpakis will take the technicals.
I think when that's on the assistant coach, it's indirectly on the coach since he's responsible for anybody over there on the bench. So I'm not sure if he loses the box or not, because now we've got 1.5, one direct and one indirect. I think he might lose the box.
And as Nick Korpakis made those 2 free throws, it gives him 20 points in the game.
Coach is sitting down. He loses the privilege of the coaching box right now with one direct and one indirect technical. So it cost him right there. Passetti comes up for it. Strongly inbounded by Patkin.
Tom Procaccini in the game now for Foxborough.
Cherry down low defending Passetti. Driving, pops it out to the big man.
A little long.
DiTullio working hard, comes across the top.
He gets called for the foul.
I'll take that, though. Hustle fouls like that going for the ball.
That's the second on Nick in the game.
Okay, Woods gets it over to Ortiz. Over to Butler. Up top to Woods. Over to Ortiz. Back up top to Cherry. Ortiz kind of shutting that down.
Taking a lot of time off the shot.
Inside. Croc trying to hold his ground there.
And it rolls off. Patkin battling underneath. I'm not sure what the call is here. Is it a foul?
I think
it's
a push.
It's on Josh.
I think, just arms flying as you're trying to get that.
Yeah, I think he's kind of holding his arms out and boxing the guy out.
Yep.
You can't do that.
battling for the ball.
That is the 6th team foul on Foxborough.
Oh, so the next one will be shooting. There's still a lot of time on the clock. Over there to Butler.
Oh, he breaks that nicely, and, well, there's your foul.
Procaccini going to be called for the hold.
And that will put them on the line.
Kevin Neal. Oh, I thought he was getting ready to check
coming
in.
And Packin leaves. So this is a 1-1 for O'Brien.
Right. So I'd say try to be
Foxborough leading by 13 points.
a little cautious here because we don't want to put them on the line too often here now that they're into penalty with the advantage and no time coming off the clock.
Exactly. When you're trailing, you want to go to the line because it stops the clock and you can get points and cut that lead.
Absolutely. So need to play a little smarter there.
And he makes it first.
Makes the front end. Butler's awful long. I don't see any heights listed. Well, we didn't have a roster even, but he's very long. Bill deep. McPherson in good position for the rebound.
So they get one on that.
He'll bring it right up. Boy, they are defending Passetti awfully tightly, even off the ball.
And
kick ball.
There's DeTullio wheeling in.
Oh,
nice
drop
pass,
down.
and he draws a foul.
Beautifully done.
As he finds Procaccini down low.
And that's going to be on Butler.
Tom will shoot two.
First one a little short. Proc will set up his second one here. Villiers coming into the game for Brown. Both Kouropakis and Passetti back. Trying to stop any fast breaks. Tom took his time on that one.
Yeah, he back rimmed it.
Foxborough going in the 2-3. Really defending Ortiz up top. Over to Cherry.
They'll get a new clock on that. Well, the big thing is you want O'Brien to work and take a lot of time off the clock trying to get a score. And that's exactly what they seem to be doing right now.
I do like the communication. I see Foxborough out there calling out the picks.
And a rebound, McPherson.
Bringing the ball up strong. Gets it over to Passetti. And over to the side for DeTullio. Up top to Kouropakis. He's going to drive.
Nice pass.
Nice
and
drop
McPherson
down.
cashes in.
Beautifully done. Nice work.
We've seen a lot of that today from Foxborough. Good teamwork.
Vieira over to Brown. Back to Vieira. Going to take the long ball way off.
Oh, Jeff touched it. That's too bad.
I think he was indecisive. Do I catch it, let it go? And
right. All he had to do was let it go, but he
I think
got the hand out there. Okay, Packin and Morse are back in. .4:14 left in the game. And we got a foul.
Is that on McPherson? That's number 4.
I think.
Yeah.
It is. We'll see what Coach Millie does on that.
I think he's thinking about it. He's not replacing
not making
right
a move
away.
Just yet.
He's checking the clock and saying,
That's 8 on the Foxborough team as well.
Nice shot there by Butler. He's done well at the line here.
Well, there's your change. DeTullio will go in for McPherson.
Yeah.
I think Nick was on the bench for 2 seconds.
Yeah, he wasn't there very long. Got the other one up by Butler, and it's good. Ogbavon going to come back in the game to replace Butler. Ogbavon and Ortiz are back deep for them. Over to Passetti.
Bryant pressuring. But they beat the pressure nicely.
Nicely done. Back
Get
to
it back
Passetti.
to the point guard.
Oh, nice drop in. Go right over the top, Jimmy.
Good job.
shot is on today.
Jimmy Moore's playing the best game of the season.
Yeah.
For him.
Had some beautiful rebounds, nice shots.
Well, he's getting it at the right time, that's for sure.
Yep. Koropakis sweeping over.
And that could be...
it's
not going to be offensive, it's defensive.
It's a block. And, you know, Jimmy tries so hard. He has horrible form on that, so he very rarely gets the call. He's almost bent before they get hit.
He falls back too quickly.
Too soon. Bent knees, arched back.
And you saw that on that play.
Ortiz back rims the first one.
Pack-in leaves this time for McPherson.
McPherson back in with 3.5 minutes to go.
Well, you want to go with your best players down the
Ball
stretch.
back to Ortiz.
Even if he is in foul trouble, you want to get the most out of him.
Yep, McPherson and Morris in there for the rebounds. Second one is good. McPherson to inbound the ball. Into Passetti.
They try to double him, but he breaks it.
Nicely done.
Very
They've
good.
done a good job breaking the press today.
Yes, they have.
Because they've pressed all game long.
Wide open here. Nope, they're going to work it.
I liked that ball movement there.
Well, I think they're working some clock now, too.
Yeah. But it's really not a bad thing to just really be working that ball.
It's down to 8.
Oh, another
and
drop
an excellent
down.
dish. Excellent dish by
Beautiful
Koropakis.
decision.
And Jimmy Morris cashes in on that one.
Yep. Okay, and he's
We're
got
at
it
the
over to
3-minute
Cherry.
mark.
Over to Cherry. Up top to Ortiz. Back to Cherry. Woods is going to come take it now. Back into the corner. Can't quite see who that is.
Nobody
Rebound,
there for the
Cherry.
rebound. A little bit long when we get a foul here.
Did
and
Jeff
that might
back
be
in?
it for McPherson, possibly.
Well, he lasted
Yeah, that's going to do it.
45 seconds he lasted before he picked up the next one.
Well, got all they could out of him there.
They did, because he came in with about 3.5 minutes to go.
So Coach Neely will decide who he's going to go with in his place. 2:45 remaining.
Yep. Jeff has worked hard there. He definitely
And Foxborough with a 15-point
gave
lead.
it everything he had in there. Right now with about just under 3 minutes.
And Josh
58-43.
Pack-in will be checking in.
Absolutely so.
So the original starting 5 with DeTulio in for McPherson at this point.
Yep.
And I think Coach Neely wants them to take this home.
Yeah, you know, they can light up the threes, and several of them will put that long ball in play. So,
Well, the only bad thing is they're in the double bonus. That gives them a chance to cut the lead a little bit.
Right, there's one right there. Very quiet crowd here. Ortiz puts the first one in. Lines up the second. Morris in there for the rebound. Gets it to Passetti.
Being harassed.
Okay. Nicely done.
Oh,
Oh,
stolen away there.
I
That's
didn't
all right.
see him in front. Oh,
Good
nice lay
dish.
down.
Very well done there by O'Brien. So that's a mistake that cost
Yeah,
them 2
so they
points.
got 4 quick points in less than a minute there.
O'Brien's picked up their intensity all
They're
of a sudden.
sending 3. They're sending 3 to press that. Drop it down to DeTulio.
Good job by Nick. They just want to work the clock here.
Yep. O'Brien's going to try to force the issue. Closely guard. Over to Morse. And he puts another 2 in. 60-46
Very well done.
with 2 minutes to
Koropakis
go.
finding Morse again.
Goes levels over the top. Gets a shooter's
Good
roll.
form on that hook shot.
Yep.
Very quick basket for O'Brien. That's what they need is quick
They
baskets.
absolutely do. Nice break. Drop down
DeTulio
to
finding
Morse.
Morse. And he cashes in again.
More.
It's a Jimmy Moore show today.
Nicely done. He's feeling it. Woods will
Well, his
take it up
teammates are
top
finding him, too.
to Ortiz. Up to Woods. Over to Ortiz. Looking to back it down in. Nicely done. Right over the top again. Butler.
Very good shot, though.
Over to Passetti.
Works out of it.
Up to Patkin.
Up.
Up.
They're having a little bit of a problem with that half-court pass.
And he steps
he
up.
saved it.
He's bleeding, I think.
I think they were concerned about Nick on the floor there.
The way he was touching his nose, I thought
And
maybe
now we have
he
the
was
other
bleeding.
captain, Eddie Lincoln, in the game.
1:07 to go. 62-50 game. Looks like he might have a little bit of a bloody nose and
So we have an injury.
going to take a timeout. With the coach taking a timeout, you can bring Nick Kouropakis right back in the game if you need to. If they didn't at this point, then they would have to put somebody else in before he came back in the game.
Well, with 1:07 to go, I'm starting to feel pretty good about this. And Coach Neely telling the troops what he wants to finish out this game. But what you had to be very impressed with, especially in the second half, is the play of Jimmy Morris.
Absolutely, and his teammates finding him, as you said, Tom.
Right. He had a lot of good looks at the basket down low, and they set him up very nicely.
And he went up strong.
And he's also in double digits. We don't have the statistics, but he's in double digits rebounding as well. So it's a double-double night for the captain.
Absolutely.
And it came at the right time because this is going to send them to the Division III playoffs.
Yep. I'm happy for the boys. They've had a lot of tough games this year. They still got to finish this one out. They got to work hard. 12 points can come quickly if they heat up a couple of three-point shots. So
Jimmy has scored 16 points in the second half.
Wow.
19 for the game.
Woods taking it up.
Which is his game
trying
high for
to
the
set
season,
up the
I
ticks. They get it in quickly. And Patkin comes up with the loose ball. Dribbles out of it. Call a timeout. Good call.
Yeah, he was in trouble, and he did the right thing. They got the time.
They went with him, but he didn't want to turn that ball over and throw a bad pass. So
48.2 to go as they go to the sidelines. Well, we were talking about it earlier. If we're headed to the Division III playoffs, I believe that'll be sometime next week. We know that Foxborough will be a low seed, and they'll have to play a road game, but any team, all they want to do is get to the tournament, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Absolutely. So they've Foxborough has had 3, 6, 7 D3 games. This will put them at 4-3 right now. They're at 3-3.
And that's the reason they're going to make it. That's called the Sullivan Rule,
right,
as I understand it.
Right. So Eddie Lincoln to inbound the ball. What's that?
Oh, they didn't get it in.
No, what it is Brown was baking the plane. Eddie had the ball in front of him, and he was bumping the ball.
So violation there.
So if it happens again, it'll be an issue. One's not an issue. They get it into Passetti. They're riding him the whole way up.
Did a good job.
Cleanly gets it off half court. Over to Lincoln. Back to Passetti. They're going to look to use that time.
Nice catch
got
by
about
Josh
11 on the clock right now. Puts the dribble down. Comes
good
back.
Good ball work by Foxborough.
Kouropakis coming back in. Got to take that shot. Oh, it's going to be a violation.
I'm not sure that's going to count.
No.
So
that was a shot clock violation.
Yeah,
but
the buzzer beat the shot.
I think they were trying to get Eddie in the book there, so they wanted to get the ball to Eddie.
And they're not really that concerned with the fact that they didn't get the basket.
23 seconds here. 12-point game. Need to maintain composure here for a few more seconds. Back outside. Woods puts it up. Back rims it.
You get a second chance.
Eddie in good position. Butler bringing it up. Eddie hangs on.
And we got just 0.9 left on the
big
clock.
O'Brien
so
ball.
This is going to do it when the inbound will hear the buzzer. And you can hear the Foxborough people getting excited.
Foxborough will live to play another day.
The season will continue.
Nice job by the Warriors.
A lot of smiles on the Foxborough bench.
They needed a little lift here. They really did. So good job by the Foxborough Warriors. We'll stay tuned for the seeding and find out when their playoffs are. We have the next game coming up here is Big Blue Medfield playing against Dedham Marauders for the championship here at the Winter Classic, followed by 2 girls' games.
Right, and I believe it's 7:30 that the Lady Warriors will be playing against my alma mater, the Archbishop Williams Bishops.
And Archbishop Williams, a good team. I watched them play yesterday. So it'll be a good matchup. It should be a fast game. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and I hope you stay tuned.